Hey guys, in this video we're going to be trying out a new way to use dry ice. Now I know you guys have seen plenty of other people use dry ice before, probably involving some amount of water and soap, because it makes a pretty cool effect. But what I think we're going to be doing today is the coolest out of the lot, so let's get into it. Alright, now let's get into the stuff that we're going to be using to perform the experiment. First here we've got our big thing of dry ice, and hopefully we're not going to need the entire thing for this experiment. Then we've got more dry ice that came from this bag, but it's in much smaller pieces because we're going to need it in much smaller pieces, and we'll probably have to break it up a little bit more later. Then we have a straw, which is an instrumental part of this experiment. Now we have our tongs, because we don't want to be touching the dry ice with our bare hands. Then we have this drill, which is to get into this water bottle, and this water bottle is also very important. You don't need a big water bottle like this one, but you definitely do need a water bottle that has a closable lid. And its plastic is pretty permeable, which means that we can get in it pretty easily. Then we have our goggles, because safety first. Then we have our Dove soap, because I find that Dawn is really easy to use and it creates bubbles really easily. And lastly, we have this tiny little cup to hold our soap in. Okay, now we're going to start off with our water bottle. As you can see, it's filled pretty much to the brim with water because it's a water bottle. So I'm going to get rid of some of that water by drinking it. This is like a water ad. Now you can see there's a sizable amount of water that's not in the water bottle, which is going to give us enough space for the gas to build up. So the first thing that we're going to do is break a hole inside of the water bottle. And we want it to be big enough to fit this straw inside of it. Now this hole doesn't have to be exactly airtight, but you do want to make it so that gas is able to get through the straw and come out the other end. So let's get on that. Okay, hopefully fourth time's the charm. Oh, okay, that kind of worked immediately. These work. All right, come on, come on, come on. Really matter. Okay, well, we got our straw in there, and that's what's important. There we go. Now we have the straw inside of the hole. Now our next thing to do is fill up this tiny little thing with some soap, because the goal is for this thing to dip inside of this so the magic can happen. And we'll just take this guy and pour it out. We don't need a ton, but we want like a little layer. Just a good amount. Like about that much. You don't really need too much soap, just enough to build a little bit so it can cover the top. Now, we undo the lid. That's the next step. And we take some of our dry ice and we find the pieces that will hopefully fit inside of the mouth of the bottle. Okay, now some gases are coming. Let's see if this one will fit. I think this one will fit too. Oh, okay. Very good. As you can see, we're getting some solid to gas action. This is called sublimation, which is very interesting. And that's because dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. It's not like normal ice. It's kind of a little interesting that they just call it dry ice, but you know, whatever. Boing. Okay, well I think this is good for right now. All right, now we have our very cool effect looking thing. And you can see as we do this, it comes out of the straw. So now, if I close this up, we get a bunch of stuff coming out of the straw. So now, if we dip the straw into this guy, okay, now we're back with our soapy water because I forgot that you need water too to make bubbles. And if you want to see more about bubbles, check this video out right here, which is my link to how to make a super bubble solution. Okay, now what we're gonna do is try this one more time where I dip this guy in here. There we go. Whoa. Let's see another one. Now before we handle some more of this dry ice, let's use the safety goggles. Alright, so now we got our little window shield breaking tool here, and let's try breaking this piece in half. Oh! There we go, that kind of worked. Very nice. Now before this does anything, I'm gonna pick this up off the floor. Woo! Alright. Let's just add in a bunch of pieces, because why not? Ah! Sounds like a crazy humidifier now. Ooh! Alright, we should get some pretty good bubbles now. Alright, let's close this up. Oh yeah, now we got a bunch of stuff coming out. Alright, let's try dipping this in here again. Oh! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, I made a big one. If I hold this out, it'll do any better. Oh, it just broke the bubbles. Very nice. So anyway, I think this is much better than most of the other dry ice experiments that you can do. Ah! This is such the interesting concoction I've made here. There's another thing I forgot to mention that you can do, which is just drop in some dry ice into some soapy water. Then you get this pretty cool thing and you can just squeeze it out. If you guys really liked this video, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. And comment down below as to what experiment I should do next video. And as always, thank you for watching.